Hello guys, si Keasan pala sa kalit ito at welcome sa episode 102 ng laro tayo ng Wildermyth. So, tuloy na natin yung campaign natin itong Eluna and Damo. Hindi ko pa ginala ulit yung secondary save file ko kasi nga tatapusin ko na muna itong main game natin bago ko ulit nasubukan yung achievement. Takbo lang. Natin. So, explore pa rin natin, nahanap pa rin natin yung Tower of Flux. Isa nandito, isang team nandito. So, go. Dalawang site na lang. Either nandito sa baba. So, teka. Yung main team natin. Tapos yung isang ano ginagawa nila? Okay. Dito kayo. So, pasaway. Ano strength niya? 8? Pwede na. Okay, go. Tatlo lang naman eh. The merchant. Sometimes Nestor would rise before the others and wander along an interesting creek or cliffside. Sa kanya ko yata binigay yun eh. Tignan ko lang kung ito yung event na yun. The quiet and the cold air could make one forget what violence the days ahead might hold. And you could use the exercise too. There was no wind this particular morning, only the rustle of the occasional bird, which was why it was surprising to suddenly hear, a hero. O nasa kanya nga yung coin, sa kanya ko binigay. Don't be humble now. You know how I could tell? You have the look of a hero, very impressive, and that's half the battle, isn't it? Splendor that can crush hope at a glance. I don't know if I'd say fully half. And the rarer, the more exclusive the splendor, the greater the impact, right? Mukhang siya nga yun. Which is why I'm willing to show you, and only you, right, only you, good. Please, o yun nga yung mga buntot. Yung tail transformation. You stride in sporting one of these beauties. Let me tell you, Pixel won't know what hit them. You sell tails? Only the finest squirrels were glorified rats before they came to me, and now great publicity. The peacock, that was me too. What's a peacock? Dahil you'll know it when you see it. Go on, browse the featured items. See which paints the best picture of you. Wait, what do you want? I don't carry much money out here. I don't deal in common money, my friend. Finger-filthy grains of sand slipping through the world's hourglass. No, indeed. I can't help but notice you have a particularly useless coin-shaped accessory, though. Perhaps you'd be willing to part with that? Useless? Wait, it's magic or something, isn't it? Nothing of the sort. It fits in some shrine slot somewhere. No, completely useless. Bibigay ko puntot sa kanya. Well, now I don't want to. Now I don't want to trade it. Okay, look. Let's cut the act. You want to know why I need that coin and you don't. You want to hear the whole embarrassing story? Maybe. I'm in debt, okay? In debt to some particularly lost things. And this debt must be paid in particular coinage. How did you manage to get into? Please don't make me tell you that part. I was young. I wasn't thinking with my head. I was thinking, it's not important. The important thing is that I've been stuck pulling this cart from here to the nether flare, trying to sell these things off so that I can be a free man by sometime next eternity. Ever tried to sell a tale to an angry lostling? Please, there's gotta be one of these that sparks your attention, your interest. Okay, so anong buntot? Skunk tail form and functional. Fox tail is gorgeous. You know what? Just take the coin. Bigyan ko siyang transformation. Ano ba mas maganda? Ito yung binigay ko to sa character ko eh, yung Scorpion Tail. Total long range attacker ka tapos poisoner ka pa. Sige, ito. Skunk Tail. I assume it comes with the secret weapon. Of course, I cut the corners with my merchandise. You've got yourself a deal. I was hoping you'd pick that one. It completes your whole look. How's the fit? Whoa, oh, fine. Of course, it is. I aim for nothing less. No assembly required, no instructions necessary, and comes with my customer satisfaction guarantee. What's the guarantee? No idea. Everyone's been so satisfied. I've never had to check. Smooth roads and sturdy wheels to you, my friend. And good luck with the Trixel. And stay away from lost things. Tapos ang tatawag pa. Okay, so tumunang team na to. So, nasa kanya na nga. Bakit siya Bakit kasi mali yata ito pero sige, okay lang. May transformation naman siya eh. Skunk spray. In a direction with his skunk tail, applying one poison. Nice. Poisoner ka naman talaga eh. Bigyan ko lang itsurang. Ang liit naman. Skunk tail. Range 5. Ba't siya nasama dito sa team na to? Malito pero sige, okay lang. Excellent. Masyado pa malayo. Tapos poison na kagad. Multiple groups ng ano, ng ito nga, samahin natin yung mga ano natin, mga paladins. Ikaw paladin ka rin eh. Paladin nga ba rin yung pinigit siya? Oo, tama rin. Paladin plus din. Sige. Tapos isang mage. Tunugin natin ito nasa likod. Ako. Okay. Ispa. Okay, Jamboy. Tapos lason ulit. Dito sunod-sunod na ano, sunod-sunod na palatin. Expected ko ng 4. Deads. Dapat. Dalawa pala sila ron. Gamitin na natin to para sunod-sunod na. Poison, grabe. Sa'yo ng mga nandun sa taga. Ikaw, ito rin. Ito ka rin. Pagtulong-tulungan nyo na yung mga yan. Saan na yung worm? Punta yun. Saan na yung worm? Mamaya na. Ito na. Saan yung worm? Saan na? Ayun. May kalaban pa? Ayun. Hindi naabot. Para meron ka na rin yan. Sagat ka na. Pale Blade Artifact. Isang damage. Nag-crash yung game. Dali lang guys. Okay guys, i-retry ulit natin. Naputol eh, nag-crash yung game eh. So, try natin ulit. Unahin kita. Pagitna ako sa dalawa. Cone of Fire. At least tanggalin mo na kagad yung mga yan. Tagalin mo muna yung stasis. Tapos 91% lang. Pero siga ka lang. Nakalimutan ano na. Pasok kayo na. Okay, okay lang. Ikaw muna. Mali, teka. Hindi ikaw. Si Jumbo yung pinipili ko. Next. Jump boy, tapi mo atras ka muna. Okay, teka. Sa'yo na yun. Sa'yo na to isang to. Buhay ka pa rin, hayop ka. Teka. Okay, yung dalawa. Dito kayo sa taas. Black. Pasaway. Hindi mo ba't isang yan eh. Hindi mo ba siya sasayang? Jump boy. Hindi mo abot yan eh. Ito na lang, tulungan mo. Tabi ka na lang kay Jay. Teleport pa pasaway. Save ko muna ulit dito, baka mag-crash ulit eh, para sigurado lang. Pasaway. Baga. Heroism. Okay, sana wag lang mag-crash. Queen Axe. Tier 3. Akala ko magka-crash na naman eh. Siege crossbow. Ay, yung ano, yung event crossbow. So, teka. So, yun na. Ayun, ayun nga. Siege crossbow. The kids of the Granite Stallion achieved victory that day on Gladmoose Shrine of Nimblewild. Die, Seeker. Seems that was the last of them. Yeah. Still feels like the first time. What is that? Yun nga, yung siege crossbow nga. Okay. Ay, sige, okay lang. Okay lang lumakas yung ano, pixels. Teka, bakit na teka nga. Mali yung team na yan eh. Catalog everything. Teka. Hindi ka dyan kasama eh. Hindi ikaw yung nandyan dapat eh. Asan yung isa? Ayan. Okay, done. Tapos kayo, ayan. Si Jamboy lang. Dapat dyan siya eh. Okay, go. Ayun, nahanap naman natin yung ano, yung area. Pero teka, para at least dali lang, para lang ano, teka, patrol. Saan na yan? Okay, go. Sige, magwala kayo dyan, mga pwes, kahit Drexel kayo. Ano nakuha natin dito? Strap of attunement, potency. Kailangan mo yan. Okay. Napasaway itong mga Drexel na nagwawala na to eh. Teka lang. Cancel. Okay, repair site. Ayusin lang natin yung mga ginalo nila. Tapos, kayo, ito, ayusin nyo rin to. Mga pasaway na Drexel to eh. Ayun. Ayusin lang natin. So, teka. Patapos na yata tayo dito. Okay. Magkaka-incursion na naman doon. So, gather na kayo doon. Ba aayusin? Wala na yata. Okay. Town market na yan eh. So, tambay na lang muna kayo dyan. Yung punta muna dito yung main team. Okay. So, teka. Save natin dito. Kuha tayo ng additional save. Okay. Go. Diyan na natin yung save for now. Teka. Teka, tama ba yung pinag-savean to?
Crap, nabura yung isa. Mali. Never mind. Sana kasi pwede mong gawan ng sariling pangalan yung mga save file eh. Okay, so kayo sumugod dyan, so go.
Lorekeeper. Hill painters of Wildermyth Highland have no qualms about sharing their knowledge and speak of an isolated treasure in one of many pine-dressed vales. It's not the tower from the book, nor any kind of Kioran site, but it is a library. A library is nearly as good. Imagine just talking to this old fellow will be illuminating. The eccentric Lorekeeper, Elgaron Spanish, has purportedly collected books and scrolls for all the journey-based life. For all his journey-blessed life. The company's been hoping Starnish's collection might lead them to the tower they seek. However, that looks like... yeah. Trixel, they remain milling in and out, awaiting our arrival, it would seem. Then they forfeit their lives. Does Ektis know our plan? Anything is possible, but lest we lose all hope, better we do not overcredit her. Likely, she makes some effort to read the movements of things we come into contact with and positions her pieces accordingly. What does that mean? You can think of trying to track the obsidian owl across a night with no moon. You would watch for the stars to blacken and rekindle. So I believe it must be for her, hoping to spot us under our shroud. The more we drag the rug, bump the furniture, the more visible we become. The price this poor Lorekeeper paid gives me a sick feeling. I shall patch our wards. Be safe. All for a chance at a scrap of a clue. Ito na. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 5, 10, 14. 14. Sobrang dami ah. Kill all enemies. Trap. Teka. Save. Hindi ko alam kung ending na to eh. So, tignan lang natin kung ano mangyari. So, teka. Kill all enemies. Wala naman tayong ito. Itong kumpul na to. So, teka. Okay. Itong insekto. Sayang, black yung isa. Okay, Jay. Nice. The heirloom. Rape ka agad. Nice. Ano bang gamit? Sword tapos isa yun. Sige, ito na lang.
Actually, mas deadly yung sword eh. Saan ka pwede pumuwesto? O, tabihan mo na lang sa Earl. Level 1 ignite ka lang pala. Airplanes. Ito. Discuss. Meron pa doon, pasaway. Save natin. Ikaw. Ignite. Sunugin mo yan. Ay, dalawa sila oh. Sige. Firelish may pupunta doon. Ba't pupunta doon? Ay, hindi kaya. Sige, wag na lang. Cone of fire na lang. Jay. Abot mo ba dun? Long reach ka eh. Black pa sayang. Heirloom. Pwesto kita dito. Tapos frenzy. Nice. Pati na lang. Problema na lang isang yun. Ikaw. Interfuse. Sayang touched. Oh, meron pa doon. Okay lang. The more delicious. Sige, okay lang. Marami, mas masarap. Ikaw. Sige. Dalawa kayong Earl dyan. Itong team na to, dito kayo pumasok. Teka. So, tanggal na yung part na yun. So, kailangan makapasok tayo dito. Teka. Okay, dito ka. 17 damage. Oh, yun lang problema doon. J. Hindi mo kaya buksan yung pintuan dyan. Sige, ito na. Okay, cone of fire. Ayun lang ang tatamaan mo. Trip na. Interfuse. Hindi rin eh. Sige, gamitin na natin to. Tapos fly. Hindi ka makalipad dun. Oh well, never mind. Yun lang, nasayang yung move. Air loop. Yan lang matatarget mo eh. Nahuli sa labas lang. Okay. Earl, pakidispatcha na nga tong grupo na to. Actually, di mo rin nagawa eh. Pasok mo lang at least. Hindi abot, sayang. Teka, save ko lang para sigurado. Mamaya mag-crash na naman eh. Dodge pa pasaway. Tapusin mo na. Wala ulit. Ano yan? Torch? Hindi na? Okay, level up. Kailangan ko upgrade yung ano mo eh. Night. Mates of origin. We're clean in here. I'll do one more sweep as far as that creek we saw, and then to the mountain space. The rat bones of the lorekeeper are pulled down and gently interred. Then, finding the shelves and rows manageable, they settle in for a hurried search. The earlier hopes for insight are not entirely dead. I pulled a bunch that looked like they have to do with times of antiquity. One of them's called Legends of Old Cure. Good, that's promising. I'm just going to... Where's that Mothman gotten to? Stairs take her to a shadowy cellar. Make light if you like. I promise not to hurt myself into it. And not hurl myself into it. What are you doing down here? Others are going through the library. And I am perusing the volumes no one else can, namely those contained beneath this fleshy hat. You mean you're thinking in the dark? Put less charmingly, yes.
Have you already found something? Or did you compose a funny song you would like me to listen to? Only then does Cynthia realize what's been gnawing at her. It's been more than six winters. She's wanted a chance to ask. Because it's the best time for us to start what's probably an irrelevant conversation. You once told me you were responsible. Call it an accident of fate, little owl. Perhaps one day, I will explain in full.
Timer na. Teka lang. Tapusin lang natin itong dialogue na to.
For the troubles we're in, and Eluna seemed to blame you. And you wish to know why? You wish to hear about the beginning? Any detail could prove vital, couldn't it? There is time for the quick version. You will have to fathom a far younger Yandere. How long ago do you mean? How old are you? Old enough that your great-grandparents never heard of my family, and they would have, had they been born in the right era. My father got called a king by the overfond. Really, he was a leader of militia. He began that way, raising defenses against the predations of the winged empress. Trixel? No, back then it was triumphant, organized and full of conquerlust. They reduced towns to ash, took flux crops and all they wanted. An ugly time, but not impossible for stout warriors to stand against.
So buhay na siya nung Bones of Summer na event na kwento.
On the twin night of my father's blade and his bland graft goodness, my family rose to wealth and prominence. A prince in a big fancy castle, fairly standard story start. Yes, such things were more possible then. I was born amid a bounty of books, was taught to sew, given beautiful, brilliant examples to follow. My parents both wished peace for me. But legends roved the roads, walkers of myth who painted the hills and protected the meek. They moved in numbers and skill heretofore unmatched. I was simply a boy, resembling more my mother, yet I wished so desperately to be like my father's heroes. At bay, you think? At bay was a popular attack phrase in those days, truly a golden age. So when do things turn? Oh, not long after I went wandering. I embarked in secret, knowing my parents would try to dissuade me, and knowing I would likely sway with even a thumb's push of well-argued wisdom. I was unbrave. Cowardly, that's called. Pardon me, is this your story?
Sorry.
In any case, what I wanted was to be Evanella Hoth. She was a dazzling country knight, dauntless, irresistible, strong. I admired her from afar. I possessed no useful talents. All I had was desire. It is all a young man knows. It happened that I discovered a ruined room, buried deep in the rose girdle, filled with strange weavings and crossed with threads and patterns I found entrancing and impossible. And that is how I found my very first glimmer stream. A door to the other side, and you just went through? I fell through. Unwittingly, I bore what you now call the mystic's gift, and I believe it obeyed my curiosity. A quester's feet write his fate. Sounds like you were caught, same way Eluna was. Eluna was abducted. The Trixel purposed her passage. I was merely unlucky. I got tangled in nets, not strong for me. You remember Terrafract? The Trixel world. That is where I wound up. Lost and seeking the night sky, my eyes found a moon to lead wherever I would follow. Dayless years it seemed. I spent mulling and meandering. It is hard to know, but it could not have been so long. At some point, I began to think of myself as a moth, alone and fumbling towards the light. Terrafract is not a dream. It acts upon reality. It makes manifest what you imagine. For the unwary, this happened by accident. When I was in there, Eluna was working her own wishes on me. Is that right? Indeed, you might have resisted had I been less secretive from the start. This gift of mine, I can blame it for bringing me to the other side. But once there, it saved me from faring far worse. And then my abilities began to blossom. Is it just luck? Blood? I suppose there could be any number of factors that differentiate a mystic's makeup from that of a standard person, but it is the essential spirit in our natures. Interfusion is a word you use. You have that proclivity, and may recognize you always did. For packing away the permanence of yourself, even and especially while sharing form and energy among your surroundings. That is what makes you and I possibly that is what makes you and I passable world walkers. Passable? Merely passable. There is a limit to how definitely and for what duration our minds may preserve any image, even the image of ourselves. Our inner identity shift over time, and so it was that by the time I had realized how to return to my own land, I was quite transformed. Naging mothman ka na. They say you should never meet your heroes. I disagree. There are few things productive as disappointment. Regardless, some memories are moons in the myth. Diffuse and shapeless, they may as well be glowing gas. I will spare you the details of the encounters and events that come after. Some are maudlin, some are mirthful, but most are moth-eaten and all beyond mattering. That era is dead, and I am still here. Such is more or less my story. Alright, but why does this all make you responsible? Trixel took notice of me. When you crossed the glimmer scene, when I started toying with them, kicking their sandcastles and causing a demon to disrupt their operas, I had grown bored, you see. Bored? So you poured beer on a beehive? I thought it was funny. I believe it is what drove them to duplicate my accident in another. I did not anticipate that. but I did not think I cared enough to anticipate anything. Not for a long time. Alright, I have to admit, I get it. That you didn't mean for all of this to happen. I'm honestly, it sounds like what I do in your place. Cynthia, you down here? You down there? Cynthia, you and I are okay. Everyone else has probably taken it worse, especially who else? Sorry, got into a well. I learned a few things. You almost found it. There's a passage here about the Tower of Locks. Didn't have a title, but it was next to the big book of legends. Come listen to this. It sums up the account we read in our compendium, but it finishes with an afterword. They're sealed fast, legend claims. They present a great beast, perhaps the very tyrant who once scattered the pillars of Calm Court and toppled the Moonsilver might of Old Cure. And so the last two Kioran sorcerers would have descended the mountains, and the Sultan Mist could not have been told from the desperate taste of their lips, for amidst surely were their knees and tears. The pink light aged purple, and they passed from myth's pages entirely. Pink light? Salt on the mist? I know those mountains. I think we must call that clue. I think we must call that clue enough. What's up? We have to go now. I get the knot of comprehension between my wings. The hunting cat makes show of her leisurely leaps and so renders the deathly pounce more sudden. For such a superior thing as a cat, the proud mouse beside the scared is ever the more satisfying meal. They're away by nightfall. Okay, so hindi natin pwede pigilan yung calamity card. Okay lang. Saan na yung final location? Open the Tower of Locks. Asan siya? Dito. Dun nga ba? O, yun nga. Okay, so ipaayos natin ito sa isang team. So, kayo gather muna dito. Hindi kayo. Tapos kayo yung natitirang team dito. Okay, sa inyo na yan. Tapos end na natin episode. Okay, so ilan yung 26, so Baggy, Robert. Yan lang. Okay lang yan. Okay, so may ano nakuha dito? Isang hide tsaka isang ingot at spell thread. Tapos Moonwillow knee pads, speed. Okay, sige, sige na.
Nasaan na yung isang team? Di pa sila nakapunta to sa dapat puntahang location. So, forward pa natin tapos end natin pag nandun na. Nasaan na sila? Tagal. Para ma-save na natin. Yung incursion na naman, okay lang. Hindi na importante yan. Okay. Okay, end na natin dito yung episode, guys. So, okay, purahin natin itong mga save file na yan. Malapit na natin matapos to, hopefully. Ilang episode na lang to. So, Kersan Velosa signing off, guys. Next episode na lang ulit.